Yo, what's up? It's Mike, the NBA guy here. Today I want to talk about the Orlando Magic, because they're a very interesting team this season, and they have two options in my mind. The option that they're probably going to do, which is keep most of their guys and compete for the 8th seed again and lose in the first round in 5 games again, or what they should do, which is trade a lot of their veteran players, tank this season while Jonathan Isaac is out, and then rebuild from there and start trying to make the playoffs in the 2022 season. That's what they should do. It's what they probably won't do. But we're going to get into my ideas for their rebuild in a minute, because I actually have a pretty decent plan laid out for the Orlando Magic. But first, how did they end up like this? Because it's really easy to look at this team, and what I originally did was look at this team and just be like, what the fuck are they doing? Okay, you re-signed Vucevic for like a long-term contract after he made one All-Star team at the age of like 28, but you've got Mo Bamba there as a rookie. You've got Markelle Fultz, and yet you signed Terrence Ross to another long-term contract. Aaron Gordon has been doing the same thing for like 5 years now, and you know, people used to think he has All-Star potential. Now his ceiling is probably being like the 3rd or 4th best player on a pretty solid team. You know, he averaged like 14 points this year despite having pretty decent opportunities. He's simultaneously getting better and stagnating. Like, he's just a weird player. I don't think he's never reaching that all-star potential, okay? But if he does, he's definitely never reaching it with the Magic, because we've seen him here, and he just hasn't really improved. Evan Fournier is a pretty solid player. Markelle Fultz sort of had a revival season this year. I think next year's going to be really big for him with Jonathan Isaac out, if the team does it right. Michael Carter-Williams is 28 and he's on this team. I guess he can be alright. DJ Augustine is like an older guy. Like, he's okay. James Ennis, solid role player. Jonathan Isaac is arguably their best player after Vucevic, and he's going to be out this whole next season. Okay? This roster's just all over the place. And while it looks ridiculous, I gotta hand it to them. They've made the playoffs for the last couple years. Now, they keep losing in the first round in 5 games. However, they keep making the playoffs, and there is something to be said for that, okay? When you're a team like that, there's definitely reason to not tank, because you're trying to bring in that money. And if you're just good enough to make the playoffs, that just pays the bills, and sometimes as a team, that's what you need to do. However, it's not working, okay? It's clearly not working. The East is getting better, and the Magic are standing still. They need to change some things up, alright? And with Jonathan Isaac missing the next season, this is the perfect opportunity for this team to just do a quick 1-year tank. Alright, you tank the fuck out of the next season, and then you come back in 2022, and you try for the playoffs again, but this time with actual potential, with Markelle Fultz and Jonathan Isaac leading the way. Alright? So let me go into my plan here for the Magic, looking at this roster and the salary cap. Nikola Vucevic, fantastic player. Alright, he could certainly deserved his All-Star team he made, I believe, 2 years ago. Very good player. However, he's making about $24 million a year through 2023. You have Mo Bamba on this team, did you not realize? And if Mo Bamba's going to develop, give this man heavy minutes, okay? He's a player who needs some big-time minutes. And playing him for however many minutes off the bench, let me see how many minutes Mo Bamba played this season. This dude played 14 minutes a game. He's part of your future. You can't play Mo Bamba 14 minutes a game, okay? You just can't. You're not a team who is contending right now. Why are you playing Vucevic for 33 minutes a game and Bamba for 14? You need to be playing Bamba more. So trade Vucevic, okay? There are a lot of teams in need of a big man out there. See if you can get something done with the Celtics. Probably not getting Jaylen Brown out of it, even though that'd be nice, but maybe you can get some younger guys, okay? Maybe get like, I don't know, like Romeo Langford and Robert Williams. Alright, just get a couple young guys from there for Nikola Vucevic. Maybe try to get a pick for him somewhere, for a younger center. Something, okay? Something. Evan Fournier. Very good player. Probably their second best player this season. He's making $17 million a year, and then he's done. He has 1 year left on his contract. Trade that dude, okay? Evan Fournier is a very good player. Why are you keeping him? He's freaking 28 years old. Gonna be 29. You don't need this dude. You're not going to re-sign him for what he's worth because he's going to get like a $15 million a year multi-year contract, and that would be dumb for you to re-sign him, okay? Trade him. $17 million a year for one season? This is the perfect season for that, okay? There are a ton of teams out there who are going to be competing for the massive 2021 free agency class, alright? There's going to be a ton of great players in there. Get rid of Evan Fournier, because let's be real, Magic, you are not one of those teams. You're not going to be one of those teams. The free agents aren't coming there. So you need to get people out and get your young players in and let some other teams do the free agency hunt, okay? You need to focus on tanking and getting a good draft pick. So trade Evan Fournier. I don't know where. I'm sure there is some team out there, though, who would love to get a big one-year contract and would be willing up to give up a few smaller guys in order to get that, a few smaller, younger players, okay? Terrence Ross. Very good player. I really, really wanted the Sixers to sign him, okay? However, you have him under contract through 2023 for about $12 million a season. Why? He's 29 years old already. He's going to be like 32, 33 by the time this contract is up. Again, you're kind of rebuilding. Like, you're not a contending team. And Terrence Ross is he's on a pretty good contract, and he's a very good player for like a sixth man or like the fourth leading scorer on your team. He's not a very good player to be the third leading scorer on your team and like the third best player. He's not that good. And he's already 29, so he's not improving. Trade him. Terrence Ross is probably your best trade asset, especially outside of Fournier, depending on how much teams want to clear up cap space. For just getting a young guy, trade Terrence Ross. Trade him for somebody younger, or a pick out of him. Do something, okay? There's a ton of teams trying to contend next season. I'm sure there is somebody out there who is willing to take Terrence Ross off your hands. Hell, if you're really trying to get rid of him, please send him to the Sixers. Send him to the Sixers for Josh Richardson. They would love him and his scoring ability, okay? I don't necessarily want him a ton because he's not like the world's greatest three-point shooter, but he's solid enough, and I think he could be better than Jay Rich, possibly. Especially if, I don't know, work something out. Maybe that's a dumb contract. I'd have to look in that more. Alright? Aaron Gordon. I don't know what you should do with Aaron Gordon, to be honest. He's been there for like 5 seasons. He's stagnated, okay? He's pulled an Andrew Wiggins where everybody thought he was going to be great, and then he just kind of stopped. I don't know. You can keep Aaron Gordon because he's got like an $18 million contract for the next 2 seasons, so he's not very easy to trade. In my opinion, if you can get rid of Aaron Gordon for a younger player, or someone around his age who actually has potential, do that. If you cannot, what the hell, keep Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon's not a big deal, but in my opinion, Aaron Gordon is done improving on this team. Maybe he's too young and that's unfair. I know he's only 25, even though it feels like he's been on this Magic team not doing anything forever. But he's only 25. Maybe he'll prove me wrong and he will improve. But here's what I think is going to happen if you don't get rid of Aaron Gordon, which I doubt the Magic will. It's going to become 2022. Aaron Gordon is still going to be averaging like 15 points a game on all-right efficiency, and he's not going to be amazing at really anything. He's still not even going to know what his freaking position is, for goodness sakes, because I think he should probably be a power forward, but Jonathan Isaac's going to need to play that position. And then he's going to want a big contract, and he's not going to get it, so you're going to lose him for nothing. Alright? That's what's going to happen with Aaron Gordon. You need to trade the rest of these veteran players, okay? Eric Gordon's not a big one. Keep him or lose him. I don't know why I keep calling him Eric. His name is Aaron. Al-Farouq Aminu, another guy who you could totally trade for some decent value. Why the hell not? Trade him for a young guy. He's 30 years old. What are you keeping him for? Trade him and tank next season, okay? The East is getting better. So maybe you make the 8th seed, maybe you don't. You know, maybe the Wizards make the 8th seed. Maybe the Hawks finally improve and make the 8th seed. Maybe the Bulls finally get their shit together and make the 8th seed. It's going to be tougher than it's been the last few seasons. There's a solid chance you miss the playoffs anyway, and then you're fucked if you didn't trade all these guys, because what are you doing? You have no direction. Just trade these dudes for young guys and picks, okay? Tank the fuck out of this next season. Jonathan Isaac's not going to be there, alright? Markelle Fultz and Mo Bamba could really use a year to just get their chemistry, give them both a crap ton of minutes, alright? The team's going to suck, but they're going to get better. Markelle Fultz, dude's just a head case, needs to keep getting his confidence back, okay? And I'm not saying his injury wasn't real. I believe he had a real injury, but Similar to Ben Simmons, confidence is a huge part of it, okay? Same with Mo Bamba. Let the dude's claims he's getting in shape, let him play a bunch, alright? Let Jonathan Isaac come back, and let those guys be your big three of 2021 with whoever you hopefully get the lottery pick this upcoming draft, which is hopefully better than this previous draft, alright? That's what the Orlando Magic need to do, in my opinion. They need to tank this next season and then rebuild from there. Alright, rebuild with the young guys they've got, get rid of all these veteran old players, because making the 8th seed, or more likely as it's going to be the next few years, the 10th seed, that's not a way to be a team. That is in fact the worst place you can be in the NBA as a team. And then a bunch of these guys are going to start demanding trades and wanting to leave, and you're going to lose it out, and you're going to have to keep rebuilding for the next 10 years like you have been for the last 10 years since Dwight Howard left. Do I think the Magic are going to listen to my advice and do all this shit? No, I don't. I think they're going to keep most, if not all, of their current players. I think they're going to win like 40 games again next season. I think they're going to make the 8th or the 9th seed and either make the playoffs and lose in 5 games. They're going to win game 1 and then get swept, or they're going to miss the playoffs. And they're going to be stuck. They're going to stagnate, because that's kind of what they do lately. However, I really, really hope that they see that what they need to do is just a 1-year tank, okay? Just a 1-year classic tank, and then try to do stuff from there, because you really just get a big draft pick, okay, and let the young guys develop. Because if you keep giving Nikola Vucevic a ton of minutes every game, if you're giving guys like Aaron Fournier and Terrence Ross a ton of minutes every game, even though they're old, and they're going to keep getting worse, and their value is going to keep going down after this season, you're just hurting your future, and you're hurting the potential of the young players on your team. It's a complete waste. If anyone's able to get this video to the Magic, and they follow my advice, I want part of the cut. Alright, when you win a title, y'all better fucking, like, when you win a title in like 5 years because you listen to me, y'all better fucking give me my credit. But, seriously, this is just what I think the Magic should do, alright? Let me know what you think in the comments. Please like the video and subscribe if you have not already, and check out some of my other videos because I would really appreciate it. Thank you.